Hello, it's Layefa. How are you? She is adamant that she wants to be in this video. The girl won't let me rest. So today we're talking about potty training because that's what my life is about, and we are currently in the midst of it right now. Yeah, she is. Don't watch baby girl's hair. She's a baby. Yeah, just let her be, okay? Please don't attack my child on her hair. We're currently potty training, and I thought I would share with you while it is very fresh in my mind because we're currently on day number 6. This is my baby girl Adesoa. She is 2.5 and she is my 3rd child. We're currently in the summer holiday and I just thought I've just got to bite the bullet. I've just got to start. I would have started a lot earlier because she was showing a lot of cues and signs, and that's the first thing I want to talk about. You want to start your child when they're showing signs, like she would tell me when she's done her number 2s, she'd be very ready to be changed and she wouldn't like fuss and wriggle about. She'll often tell me when she's done a number 1 as well. When she's doing her number 2, she'll go and kind of hide in a corner. She has a spot that she'll go to. So she's been ready for a very, very long time. I would definitely say, first of all, look out for your child's cues. And also I would advise doing it during the warmer season, so spring, summer, ideally, only because when they have accidents, and they will have accidents, just in case you don't have a change of clothes there and then, they're less likely to catch a cold. So that's why I would recommend doing it in warmer season. We're in August now and I started 6 days ago and I just feel like I'm really just in the midst of it. I do have some clips. One of the first things I did was just get a pack of knickers, just loads of knickers, and when I say knickers I mean pants, but girly pants. We did have a speak and I said, these knickers are for you, and I did tell her no more nappies. And Adesoa, where does wee wee go? No, speak up. You want it to be in the video. Where does wee wee go?
In the toilet.
Good girl. She's been very shy, but wee wee goes in the toilet. Where does poo poo go?
In the toilet.
Good. And poo poo goes in the toilet. So we had this discussion. I know a lot of parents have this reward chart. I've never fussed with any of that. Like, not that I don't see the point. I think if you have to do what works for you. My way of praising her when she has done it in the toilet or in the potty is just, you know, praising her. Like, I give her a round of applause. Well done. Good job. And then we get on with it. So day 1 was just a loss. It was just a myth. Like, I tried to do what I did with my boys, which was kind of very military style, have them master it by the 3rd day, which they did. On this occasion, I think it's clicked, but she's still having accident. And this is day 6 now. So on the first day, we were going to the toilet every 15 to 20 minutes. It was tedious. I think she peed in there. I want to say she peed in there once, but that was just by chance. On the 2nd day, I did the same thing, but instead of every 15 to 20 minutes, it was every sort of 30 to 60 minutes. Every 30 minutes to an hour, I would prompt her to go to the toilet. And I wouldn't ask her, do you want to go to the toilet? Because knowing my child, she will always say no. And I think choosing the words you say really depends on the child. Oh, are you off? Okay, go on then. With my child, asking her if you want to go to the toilet doesn't work because she'll always say no. So what I'll say is, it's time to go to the toilet, it's time to go to the potty, and that's when, and then she would be more cooperative to actually go to the bathroom. And I think on day 2 she did not pee once in the potty or in the toilet. It was just accidents everywhere. I made sure I had her knickers and wipes on standby. When I say knickers, I mean briefs or pants, but I don't know, English Cockney slang. We call girls briefs knickers. So these are the briefs, these are the briefs, but like this was a pack of 10, as you can see. a pack of 10, and we've gone through quite a lot of them. I've just been rotating some of them, washing them, but we've gone through almost the whole pack, and these were only £5 for 10. I got age 3 to 4 for her, £5 George from George Asda. Initially I was just going to have her wear the boys' pants, because the thing is, a lot of people advise to get potty training knickers or potty training briefs, which is great, but sometimes you just want to cut costs, and I'm sure that potty training briefs are not as affordable as £5 in for 10, right? Because I've got 2 boys, I have their old pants and they don't wear these anymore, and I've kept them for like years, obviously, but these are now my daughter's size. If you notice, boys' briefs are a lot thicker than female briefs, so these are actually quite good for if your child has an accident, because if she's a little girl, it doesn't feel as wet. So I have actually been letting her wear the boys' old briefs as well as these ones. The seats that you put on the toilet, like the toddler seat and a stool, I can't remember where I got this from, but there are many different types, some with handles, and this is the stepping stool that went with it. I actually got 2 of these because, so for the bathroom downstairs, if we're downstairs, we have this in white along with the stool, and for the bathroom upstairs we have this one that we use so that she wouldn't fall in the loo, because obviously it's too small. I actually didn't have a potty. I thought, I'm not going to do a potty this time, I've already got a toddler seat. But by day 2, I was kind of finding that she wasn't getting it as fast as I thought, like, because I'm obviously comparing. She wasn't getting it, so I went on my Amazon Prime and I ordered a travel potty, because I was like, we had been at home for 2 days straight now, and she hadn't she had only peed in the toilet in the potty once in those 2 days, and I thought, if we stay at home any longer, yes, I've got the boys, I have to be fair to them, so I ordered a travel potty, which I will insert, and it's so cute. It was about £22 or £23, something like that, but I like it because it's got a little handle and it looks like a little animal. I got the cow, but there's also a ladybird. Adessa, can I talk, please? There's a cow, there's a ladybird, there's a bumblebee, but I just got the first thing I clicked on. I thought, oh, let me just get that, and because I've got Amazon Prime, it came just in time for the 3rd day. Now on the 3rd day we stayed at home, which was fine because it was actually very rainy, and so we couldn't do much. There's 3 floors. If we're not on the floor where the toilet is, then we'd have to run like quickly and there'd be an accident. So I found out, depending on where the kids were stationed and playing, whether it be in their room or in the living room, that's where I would set up the potty for the day. And on the 3rd day, still loads and loads of accidents. She didn't pee in the toilet not once. I was taking her to the loo every hour, and my daughter doesn't nap, so if you're wondering what did I do during nap time, she doesn't nap, but only during bedtime I will put the pull-ups on her. I try not to tell her that they're nappies. I just say, oh look, different pants, because I feel like if I tell her that it's a nappy, she'll just relax, and the whole idea is I don't want her to wet herself. But obviously potty training for night is a whole different thing. Some kids get it straight away, some kids don't. I had one child who got it straight away. I had one child who we're still going through it now. That is a story for another day, but that's just a pure example that every child is different. She wears her pull-ups at night, and for the most part her pull-ups are dry, and that's another sign that you can tell when your child is ready, when their nappies are even drier for longer. 3rd day, I just felt like, is this girl gonna get it? Because again, I'm comparing her to her brothers, and like according to sources, they say that girls are easier to potty train than boys. I don't know how true that is, because I felt otherwise, because on the third day for both of my boys, it just clicked, because I did this very rigid militant style of taking them to the toilet every 15 minutes, and then on the second day, every 30 minutes. Now, on the third day with Adesawa, my daughter, it hadn't clicked. She was still, there were accidents all the time. I always had a change of knickers for her. Because on the first day she didn't wear knickers, on the second day she did, on the third day she started wearing knickers as well. But also what I would do is, just to make life easier, because it's warm season, I wouldn't put bottoms on her, so she's not wearing trousers or leggings. It's just her knickers and a top, or her knickers and a vest. It's a warm season, it's warm in the house. I realised that on the second day, on the second day, she hadn't done a number 2, and I realized that she was probably holding it because she was scared of doing it, knowing that she didn't have a nappy anymore. My daughter usually does her number 2s first thing in the morning. Oh, was it on the third day? Or was it on the fourth day? Already mixing up, and we're only on day 6. But there was a day where she woke up and she hadn't done a number 2 in a while, and she needed to go. So I took her and I was like, yes, this is victory. I think it was the third day, like she managed to do it in the potty, and that was great. And I thought, oh, maybe it's clicked. But then she had an accident, and this was her first number 2 accident. She did it in the bedroom. So something that I did is that I took her, when she did it, I took her to the mess and I let her help me clean it up. Now, obviously, she didn't actually clean it up, but I let her kind of wipe, like, with multi-purpose bacterial wipes, the side, like, near the area, whereas I took on most of the mess.
Come on, let's wipe. Adesawa, come and wipe your mess. No, wipe it. Use that one. Use that one.
And that helped her to understand that doing number 2s on the floor, on the carpet, is not okay. That number 2s go where? In the toilet, in the potty. And so by day 4, she was most certainly getting that number 2s go in the potty or the toilet. And we haven't had an accident with number 2s since that time. She's got it because we had to clean up that mess. So the number 2s, I was like, oh, this is great. Then on the 4th day, the kids and I actually went bike riding, and I was just like, because I just didn't want to stay in the house. I was like, it's such a nice day. It's been miserable. We've been inside for the past 3 days, like having a bit of cabin fever. I took extra clothes in the baby bag, took extra knickers, and on her car seat, I put one of those incontinent pads. That's it. I put one of the incontinent pads on her car seat and strapped her in, so that should she have an accident, she would feel it, because I really wanted her to feel it, because some kids just don't like wetting themselves, and so that will help, that will encourage them not to wet themselves and to use the toilet, whereas some kids will sit in it, whereas I don't know what type of kid my child is yet. So but I decided to put the incontinent pad down, but I didn't put pull-ups on her because I had spare clothes. I was prepared for it, and should she wet herself, let her feel it so that she knows that it's not a good thing. We went bike riding. I asked her, tried to encourage her to go toilet, didn't need to go. Then there was one point where I was like, all right, we need to go. So I literally just set up outside, like just opened the car in the car park, just sat her down, and she did a number 1 in the potty. And I was so happy because I think this was the first time that she had done a number 1 in the potty. She did such a good job. So she did it. We had a praise about it. I was so happy. We called Daddy. Yesterday, I didn't actually spend much time with her, but she spent most of the time with her dad. I heard that she did really well, that actually one of her big brothers, Isaac, who's only 5.5, she wanted to go to the toilet. She wanted to do a number 2, and he actually, the potty wasn't set up where they were, so he literally just grabbed the potty, set it up, and she did a number 2. Anyway, so cleaned all of that up, wiped her up, and now we're on day 6. Today has been, I wouldn't say it's been completely successful. We did have an accident. Stop. We did have an accident just now, but she definitely gets it, because now she's realizing, like she tries to hold it, quickly rush down to the toilet or the potty. The first week is always treacherous, and you just have to commit to it. And I know, like, this is the 3rd time round I'm potty training, and I could say that now. Always midway through, I'm like, why did I start? Because you just think they're never gonna get it. Sometimes it depends on the child, but you just think, oh my goodness, is this child actually going to get it? And then when it clicks, it's just fine. Because there might be accidents here and there, but because it's clicked, they can start to prompt you when they need to go. And so yeah, the first week is always, for me, it's always treacherous. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been helpful. I'm wishing you all the best in your potty training journeys, whether you're potty training a girl or a boy. There's not much, obviously, yeah, there is much different because boys stand up. Anyway, that's a whole different story. Thank you so much for watching. Do give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you've made it to the end, do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. Until my next video, think smart, work hard, make it happen. Bye.